Welcome to Movie Roundup today. I'm going to explain a thriller movie and horror called The End. Claudio Verona is a young and successful businessman who must attend to a meeting to close the deal more important part of his career when he left. His driver's house is waiting for him and Claudio gets in the car to go to the road offices. The traffic delays a lot and can be heard in the radio that several strange attacks were recorded last night, leaving several dead when arriving at the offices. Claudio gets out of the car and enters the building, where he gets into an elevator along with one of his assistants, and both they head up. The woman gets off halfway and the young man keeps climbing to be able to reach his offices on the 10th floor. Seconds later, his wife Lorena calls him to notify you of attacks that occurred her last night and comments that something strange seems be happening when suddenly the lights begin to fail and the elevator stops completely, leaving it locked up. The young man tells his wife that he immediately calls her and quickly he tries to communicate with the managers elevator maintenance for notify them of the problem and be able to reach the meeting on time. The maintenance guys communicate there seems to be a fault with the drive of power on the roof, ensuring that in 5 minutes everything will be solved. The young man begins to lose patience, so he lights a cigarette and soon he hears some strange noises in the 7th floor outside the elevator. Claudio starts screaming and hits the door, waiting for someone to hear. But since no one answers him, he decides telephone the technicians. They are repairing the elevator on the roof. To make the subjects hurry, they say the problem is in the generator and they are doing everything possible to repair it, when suddenly noises begin to be heard, strangers and yelling, and the call hangs up. Claudio knows that if he doesn't do something he will not arrive on time to the meeting, so he takes off his jacket and try to open the doors with your own hands. The subject makes force and he manages to open the elevator door, but the second door is much more hard, so he only manages to open it a little. Claudio screams loudly, waiting that any of the workers. He listens but realizes there is no one on the other side, so he tries escape by him from the door, although he did not get lower. And calls him again, telling her that she is very scared since there is a strange person playing the door of his house, to which the man asks him to lock himself in the basement and keep calm. She tells him that the people are crazy and think there is an attack terrorist, so the man calm down and hang up the phone. See the news. Claudio sees that something is happening when suddenly he starts hearing screams and sees people running. At that time, his assistant he falls to the ground in front of the elevator and see the woman asks for help, but something pulls her and drags her away from Claudio. Claudio doesn't understand what's going on and approaching the door, zombies rush trying to enter. The subject is horrified, but good luck, some screams are heard away and the zombies go there, leaving Claudio alone. The boy tries to communicate without success with his wife, and seconds later another of his secretaries call him on the phone. That moment a zombie attacks him through from the door, but Claudio manages to get away, and he breaks one of the elevator rails, getting a heavy metal tube with the one that beats the zombie to death completely. When the guy gets it, he realizes that it is the secretary with the that she was before, so he runs her with the stick so as not to have to see her moments. Then Claudio hears a noise in the hallway, and approaching the door he manages see Sylvia, another worker of the place. The boy calls her and asks her to help him to escape, so the two start to pry the door, trying open it, but at that moment Claudio, the stick falls to the ground, alerting the nearby zombies. Sylvia tries to enter the elevator, but the hole in the door is very small. He decides to escape before it is too late. Seconds later a zombie appears, trying to reach Claudio, but Sylvia returns and kills him with a stick. The boy thanks him, but unfortunately several zombies attack her as they drag her to another bedroom. Claudio is devastated by what he decides to call his wife with the hope to find her alive. Lorena attends and they talk about the situation, but soon Claudio listens to his wife being attacked by the undead. You miss the hope. The light of the whole building goes, and shortly after Claudio listens to another survivor who is a policeman who comes to help him. Together they try open the door, but it is completely stuck by what the subject suggests to go to the generator to try restore electricity. The policeman gives him a radio and a gun and asks for directions, while he climbs to the roof to be able to reach. The man walks down the hall and kills several zombies as he climbs from floors. When he reaches the roof, Claudio, he tells him to be careful as the maintenance men had died there, and the policeman manages to restore the elevator electricity successfully. Claudio sees that the doors of the flat are not they open, so you turn on the flashlight and look inside, managing to see that something was locking at that time. Several zombies appear for what the boy takes the gun, points and shoots, managing to finish with all. The police listen to the shots and asks how he is everything down there, to which Claudio responds that he killed them all, feeling very sorry for them since they were his co-workers. The man explains that he made a excellent job, asking him not to feel sorry as they were infected, and at that moment the policeman shouts and they hear several shots outside at night, and Claudio knows that he can't put up with the situation much longer, that he decides to take his own life, but he doesn't know he encourages to do it and shouts, attracting some zombies. He finally makes up his mind, but when he is for doing it, he hears some noises above. From the elevator the young man asks who he walks, and to which the policeman replies that he is Marcello and he asks you to help him run the elevator hatch to could get in. Claudio grabs the stick with which he manages to open the hatch and helps Marcello to quickly lower the police. Take your shotgun and kill all the zombies from the door to then approach and see what he was keeping locked. Marcello sits next to Claudio and he man begins to explain what happened on the roof, mentioning that a large horde pounced on him and got bite it on you before you can escape. The two start to smoke a cigarette while they talk about how the humanity reached this point where Marcello thinks it is a virus created artificially in a laboratory which got out of control. The police, he comments that he is married and shows her a photo of his wife which was taken to a bunker, being able to survive, and Claudio, he tells her that he also had one wife called Lorena and that she heard as zombies attacked her on the phone. After a while we can see the man reloading his shotgun when he starts to cough blood from the mouth. The policeman takes the gun, checks the charger and tells Claudio that he is going to go to sleep, and when you are completely asleep that I shoot him 2 times to the head. Claudio does not want kill him, so the man decides do it alone, but the boy prevents it. Sometime later Marcello falls asleep against a corner and Claudio grabs the pistol. The man begins to cough strongly and stands up so. Claudio approaches and calls him, but policeman had turned and attacked him. Quickly the two struggle and Claudio manages to get rid of it for later. Shoot zombies in the head. They approach the elevator, but the gun has more bullets. Claudio realizes that in the struggle he shot at that and he's losing a lot of blood, so he grabs a belt and arm, a tourniquet improvised to stem the bleeding. Then the boy takes the shotgun and he starts shooting at them, but soon time begins to feel weak and remains half unconscious on the floor. Claudio wakes up hearing some gunshots in the hallway and sees that the zombies are gone. The man stands up and his phone sounds where he sees someone unknown. He is calling him, and when he attends, he is happy to hear the voice of his wife. Tells him that when she attacked the zombies was able to escape, running to the street where some soldiers saved her and her cell phone. Claudio runs out of battery with a lot joy and hope. Man tries unlock the mechanism with a tube, metallic, and when he gets it he makes force on the door and manages to open it. Claudio exits the elevator into the hallway, where he passes over the bodies and go down to the entrance. The man meet all his companions. Job dead, but he must be found again with his wife, so he is ready to leave the building. Claudio walks without much trouble the desolate and devastated streets of Rome until he reaches a bridge where he finds a shopping bag with a bottle of milk, but when he grabbed it, zombie next to her wakes up and he starts following him. Suddenly a shot ends the life of the dead living, where we can see the group of soldiers who killed the zombie in the roof of a building, and Claudio desperate waving his arms so that come down to help him so you can reunite with his wife. Remember to leave your like, that helps much to the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time.